this is a summary of what we have done in the previous video, and if you want to just purely memorize everything, this is a summarized form of everything. Okay, although it may be a little bit wrong, but generally, yeah, it's there. So in order to create all the fabrics and weave, alright, the word weave, alright, you have two materials, the roving and the chop stream mat. Alright, where the roving is just a threaded system, just one line, that's it. Where the chop stream mat are just like a piece of toilet paper, or one piece and then in a row. I hope you get what I mean already from the previous video. Alright, so yeah, to be more clearer, this is this. Alright, so for the roving is just this line. Alright, it's just one thread. For the chop stream mat is one piece, or one toilet paper like that. Alright, and just to let you know that I'll not go into details because this is a summarized one, so I'll not go into the definitions. I'll assume that you have known the definitions from previous video already. Alright, so the woven is kind of like either roving or chop stream mat. I think most probably is chop stream mat. Alright, where warp is vertical and width is horizontal. So over here you have, this is called the warp, alright, and this is called the weave. Alright, so therefore you can put the weave below the warp and above the warp again, things like that. So these are all the weaving method. Alright, and you just need to understand all of this. Alright, and I'll not go into details, you just memorize them. And the term drapable, alright, is just whether how easy is it, alright, to actually drape it. Alright, so you have this material all over here. Okay, I have this one. Alright, so draping is how easily you would fit inside this thing, and then you come out again, and then you go into, so it's talking about the flexibility of the fibers also. Alright, so definitely I would think that Kevlar will be a bit tough because Kevlar, the fibers are quite stiff. Alright, if you remember, Kevlar are due to quite rigid system. Alright, it's a rod-like material. So unlike the glass fibers, alright, they are quite flexible. So I think glass fiber are the methods to create your weavings, I guess. I don't know. Alright, so generally there are how many things? There's 5 of this type of weave, and then there will be also different type of fabrics. Alright, yeah, so I think you can just take a look for yourself, you just read it up. So these are the different types of fabric types. So you can knit it. Remember the keywords for knitting is the loop. Alright, because if you take a look for the fabric of this one, you are connecting your fibers with a loop, you see, you weave them all together like that. Alright, so it's a knitted stuff. Alright, so knitted one, the looping causing a problem, you should take note of it. Alright, and for twilled, alright, you just remember is something like diagonal. Alright, in order to help you memorize things easier. And then braided look like net. Alright, if you take a look, it kind of looks like a net, right? So this is the braided material. The keyword for the non-cream fabric, alright, is reduce your kin stress. Alright, so you can shear properly. Alright, I'm not going into details of what is kin stress, maybe yes. Alright, so you have this material like that. If you were to compress it in this thing, one way is that it will actually, if you have a material like that, okay, if you were to compress it over here, the material will actually being compressed like that. Alright, so this portion over here is called the kin stress. So you're able to tahan most of the kin stress. Alright, so you can shear easily, and therefore it's easier to drape. Alright, so you just drape it across another fibers and then go across another thing, so it's easier to form the weave or the fabric that you want. Alright, so these are all the keywords for you to understand, and you just need to know that for the roving woven is to take the roving, mix with the woven, and you would have all these things. Alright, and has better CSM, as it's better than the CSM, the chop stream mat. Most probably is because we can mix the different properties of the fibers from this chart over here. As you can see, you can combine different properties of the warp and the weave, you see. So over here, the Young modulus and the Poisson ratio, you can change. Why is it Young modulus and Poisson ratio? Is because the Poisson ratio, alright, is the measure of compressed and tensile. So you can change the compressive and the tensile strength all along. Alright, Young modulus is your the measure of your stiffness, things like that. You should go and take note of it. As for the fabric types, there are also others. Alright, these are all the chunks, which are the tissues, the hybrids. Alright, you can just read it yourself. Alright, and just take note that the tissue is good for electromagnetic shield. Hybrid is to achieve cost and properties benefits. Preform is stackable, can do complex shape, but I think it's limited to the size because you are creating a mold. So machine type is pretty tough to create, things like that. So all in all, these are the stuff. And the words I think is really I think, it's not from the book. Alright, so yeah, so the key basic stuff is this thing. Alright, and you need to know the different 5 types of weaving and the 6 types of fabrics. And I don't know whether is it the same as the weaving also. Is because once you weave, you also become a fabric. So these are the things for you to take note. Alright, and that's it. This is the whole summary for all the important details on the different fibers and fabrics. And this gives us the end of how to choose a fiber, alright, and the fabrics itself. So later on we'll talk about the polymer and things like that. And it's now 9:40, and some other day I'll do out the polymer. Alright, so yeah.